Don't mean to interrupt your lunch. They got a quadriplegic guy up there in handcuffs.
You forcefully entered her home and attacked her.
Is this a joke?
I have an important update on the Charles Reed case. That's the paraplegic man who was wrongfully accused of kicking down a woman's door and then allegedly fleeing on foot.
So, what happened?
He kicked in the door. I ran. He choked me out.
Despite the fact that he's been in a wheelchair for more than 20 years.
How long have you been in your wheelchair?
Since I was 18.
Since you were 18?
5 years.
I literally can't. I don't have muscle control.
I'm not.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
The original video drew millions of views and lots of outrage, and now we finally have some real developments, some good and not so good, and a few lingering questions about accountability inside that police department.
If you're paralyzed, somebody must have made a mistake. Because if the door was kicked in, he didn't kick it in.
Everything requires a subscription now, and the worst part about it is that if you're like me, you have completely lost track of all the things that you've subscribed to, and you have no idea how much money you're wasting on subscriptions that you do not even use. How great would it be if you just had an app that kept track of that for you and could cancel your forgotten subscriptions and also help you track and lower your bills? That's why I love this video's sponsor, Rocket Money. Rocket Money is an all-in-one finance app that helps you save more and spend less. It allows you to manage your subscriptions, lower your bills, build a custom budget, and grow your savings all in one place. It securely identifies recurring charges and allows you to cancel them with just a few taps. You never have to get on the phone. They do it for you. They've helped customers save over $880 million in canceled subscriptions. You can also use it to lower your bills. With just a couple of taps, Rocket Money can help negotiate your bills for you. No customer service calls. Let the app's negotiators do it for you. So if you want to save more and spend less, go now and join the over 10 million members now using Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/civil or click the link in the description to get started for free. You can also unlock even more features with premium. That's rocketmoney.com/civil to get started for free. Thanks again to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it. And welcome back to the Civil Rights Lawyer channel, where my goal is to protect and defend your constitutional rights. And you can help me in that mission by not only watching these videos, but also subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing so that some of the outrageous things that you see in these videos don't happen again to somebody else. Such as in this case, you may remember this guy who was a paraplegic for 20 plus years. And the cops literally dragged him out of his wheelchair.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Ah!
Also, by the way, I'm still down here in beautiful rural Florida, if you couldn't tell by the beautiful river behind me, as opposed to my usual work cave. I recently went on the Michael Malice podcast. I think it was like the first thing that he said to me was, I found out about you because I saw this ridiculous video of cops dragging this guy out of a wheelchair. That was this case.
Let me tell you the exact video of yours I saw that made me, and we'll play a little clip of it here, that really made me enraged to the maximum threshold. There was a warrant for a man who was accused of kicking down a door and I believe assaulting a woman. He's in a wheelchair. He's been in a wheelchair for 15 years. He's clearly not kicking down any doors. The cops see him. He's like in his 50s, by the way. He's not some kid. And they're like, how long you been in a wheelchair? He's like, 15, 20 years. The amount of guilt I would feel and be like, what have I gotten to that this is my job, that I'm pulling people out of wheelchairs? And by the way, this is the only video like that. But there's none of that. There's this like, oh, well, what are you going to do?
So if you remember, this all started when a woman named Catherine Jensen claimed that this guy, Charles Reed, broke into her home and assaulted her.
Oh, thank God.
All right, how you doing?
Officers had arrived at the scene, including Officer Mark Bellotte, who ultimately charged Charles Reed.
So, what happened?
He kicked in the door. I ran. He choked me out. I guess he took off on foot.
And even after Reed explained again and again that he's paralyzed from the waist down, Officer Bellotte and his supervisor insisted that the arrest warrant against him was valid and that they must have the right guy and that he's not really paralyzed, he's just trying to avoid being arrested.
According to Ms. Jensen, on this date, you forcefully entered her home and attacked her. How long have you been in your wheelchair?
Since I was 18.
Since you were 18?
5 years.
So,
Yeah, that's,
and you say you have no recollection of who she is?
I have absolutely no idea who that is. Yeah. Certainly haven't forced my way into anybody's house.
Because she was able to provide us with your exact information and a description of how you look.
Don't mean to interrupt your lunch. I'm stepping in, helping out a little bit. They got a quadriplegic guy up there. In
I just
handcuffs.
told him about that.
Oh, he already got the rundown.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's phony wash.
Yeah, but how could he?
And I just want to put it out there. He flopped out the wheelchair. I was like, can you raise your hands? Because I'm trying to, pat him down, make sure he doesn't have anything. I don't know if the camera's going to catch it, but I got him by the tip of my fingers. And he just...
It's a ruse, man.
So-
It's an obvious attempt to not to go to jail, so.
Yeah. But he is fucked up from the waist below.
That is pretty... After actually seeing him, I agree. But then again, like I said, I don't know what happened between 9 months ago from now, and I don't know how much muscle mass you lose from not using your legs. So I don't know if,
That's for the court to decide.
Yeah, yeah. Wife said he's been paralyzed for 19 years, so.
Well,
Okay.
well, just get ready to declare him.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
all you need.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
So y'all better get the lawyers on standby, because I know damn well he's going to make a whole issue out of this.
And during that arrest, Reed was actually pulled from his wheelchair and ended up on the ground, unable to get himself back up, while officers continued insisting that he had somehow broken down a door and escaped on foot.
I truly have no idea who that is.
I understand you say you haven't been here, but unfortunately, you do have the warrant out for your arrest. So I'm going to have to place you into custody, and I'm going to take you downstairs. You're going to be booked and entered, and you're going to have to go to jail. So, and you say you've been in this wheelchair since you were 18. If you have proof of all of this information that can be verified, if you get those documents in order, you can bring those with you when you go to your first appearance.
Can I pee and stuff?
You'll be able to pee. I'm going to take you right downstairs. You're not even going anywhere.
This is crazy to me.
Do me a favor, put your hands out. Unfortunately, it is. Put your hands out.
I can't. Is this a joke?
Do me a favor, lift your hands up above your head, please.
I don't have muscle control.
Okay, that's fine.
It's not like
Put it on the other side.
I
on the
literally
other side.
can't. I don't have muscle control. I'm not. Oh my god! Oh my god!
33 to radio. Can I have a signal for my location for a white male who fell out of a wheelchair?
what's the warrant for?
Ag assault.
broke into somebody's house.
Felony trespass, ag assault.
How long ago?
June 19th. June 19th, 15th, 9th. One of
How long
those
you
days.
been paralyzed?
25 years.
Make a phone call to me.
Behind the scenes, officers even discussed the fact that the accuser's story made no sense and that Reed had been paralyzed for 25 years.
And then I was like, is this him? She was like, yes, that's him. Gentleman right there. Issue the warrant. So now he's saying, man, I ain't been here in like X amount of years.
Wife said he got shot at 19. He's been paralyzed since then. Might need to call the district attorney's office. Because if the door was kicked in, he didn't kick it in. He didn't kick it in.
Well, she didn't say kicked in. She said, well, I can't recall if it was kicked in or if that's what she said. Because all I remember I wrote was that forced entry was made. So if it was kicked in, and he has indeed been paralyzed since he was 19 years old, that would be kind of hard.
Because I'm looking at his legs. I got a couple of relatives that are quadriplegics. That what we see with his lower extremities ain't for play.
Okay.
That's legit. I would suggest calling the district attorney's office. Let them know what you got. And even though
Because now it's looking like she might have made a false report.
And despite all that, the warrant was never questioned, and Reed was treated like this violent criminal instead of an innocent, disabled man. Okay, so here's what's changed since that video went live. Officer Mark Bellotte, the arresting officer whose conduct triggered most of the public outrage, has now been fired, terminated, gone. The department quietly confirmed it after an internal review. Now you'd think that that would be the beginning of real accountability. But that's where things get complicated, because while Bellotte was fired, the supervising lieutenant, the one who repeatedly accused Reed of lying about his paralysis, who dismissed obvious evidence and allowed the arrest to push forward, who was too lazy to get up off his ass from eating potato chips in his office.
They go upstairs, talk to their supervising officer, sergeant. I remember the guy's title. This fat pig, I would say, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, ironically, can't even bother to get up. He says no, without any assessment, he goes, no, he's lying. He's faking it.
It's a ruse, man.
So-
I mean, it's an obvious attempt to not to go to jail. So
Yeah, but he is fucked up from the waist below.
He apparently faced no discipline at all. Zero. Nothing. As far as I can tell, he's still employed, still in good standing, and as far as the department is concerned, did absolutely nothing wrong. That's despite the fact that his statements on camera were some of the most concerning and outrageous of the entire incident, insisting that Reed couldn't be telling the truth, mocking his disability, and refusing to consider the possibility that the accuser had made a false report. If anything, his role was supervisory misconduct. He's the one who reinforced Bellotte's actions. He validated this unconstitutional arrest, and he shut down any attempt by other officers to question the warrant and everything that was happening. But the department apparently decided that arresting an innocent paraplegic and throwing him out of his wheelchair and calling him a liar, etc., apparently none of that violated policy, even if it did violate the Constitution. So that's the update. Officer Bellotte fired, the lieutenant who backed the false accusation untouched. This is a pattern that we see again and again. The lowest ranking officer takes the fall, while the supervisor who created the environment for the violations to take place walks away clean. I'll put all of the relevant contact information in the description below. Let me know in a comment what you think. If I hear anything else, I'll do another update, and you can follow along by subscribing both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. You can follow me on X at JohnBryanESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.